Have you been seeing unreal returns, whether it's in the stock market or even crypto these last couple years, and you've been wanting to get in the action? Well, truth be told, I'll never make a guarantee that you'll become rich off of a singular method because markets are always subject to change. But I was able to hit over 100% for 3 of the last 6 years in the markets, and I plan to strive for similar results this year. So today we're going to talk about how to cheat the stock market in 2025. And I do want to clarify this is not financial advice because I'm yet to get my Series 6 or 7 yet, but I'd like to discuss what I'm planning on doing for the foreseeable future. And firstly, I'd like to advise anyone currently in debt, whether it's credit cards, auto loans, personal loans, to just focus on paying those off since that should be your priority. Mortgages, I really wouldn't count unless that's making up more than 60% of your monthly expenses. Now, getting into the nitty gritty, the message I want to give this video is I recommend everyone starts investing as soon as they can. And if you want to play the super safe route, I'll give you a couple options right now. You can invest in companies and ETFs like the Vanguard S&P, VU, the S&P, the Nasdaq, JP Morgan, and Google. So now getting into how I've achieved significant growth in the stock market, and admittedly a lot of it is due to trading reports for triple leveraged crude oil and as well as natural gas. Along with that, predicting the timing of the sell-off of COVID helped me immensely, and I finally braked, let's just say, a significant mark in my investing goals, and I'd like to share some of my expertise and strategies for the coming year. So now I'll provide a screenshot of what I ended up ending the year with around now. And the majority of my wealth was made through companies such as Coinbase, Meta, Nvidia, even Nvidia double leveraged, and of course leveraged Nasdaq and S&P. So the main strategy I see right now is in following Trump's executive orders and Nancy Pelosi's trades, and particularly on red days in the market. So if you see that large indexes like the S&P, Nasdaq, or even Dow Jones are down, I see that is a crucial time to buy because oftentimes this is a discount opportunity. And if I see a stock on my watch list down, let's say Tesla's down 8% on the day, I'll typically be waiting for a reversal, and oftentimes I'll set timers for 15 minutes out if I think it's hit its bottom based to previous charting examples, and I'll keep checking until what I believe is the right time and honestly enter. And this is probably what led to some of my biggest returns on stocks like Nvidia, Palantir, Tesla, Rocket Labs, and they all did over 100% the last 12 months. So I would say, along with that, following basic market news, and I use a couple sources like Stock Market News on Insta, Stock Sharks, and even Financial Times. So some people can even use Trump and what he's saying to predict future trends. And even over the last week, earlier this week, I believe it was Tuesday the 22nd, I saw three publicly traded market companies working with Trump, and one of them being Oracle. So I decided to invest in that rumor a day beforehand and ended up earning 7.21% returns the next day. So investing in Trump and his friends like Elon and Zuckerberg will have tremendous potential for the coming years. And like we've seen in Trump's last term, he loves to get his buddies rich. So simply investing what his buddies are doing, and as well as Nancy Pelosi. And if you don't know who she is, let's just consider her the most corrupt member of Congress. So Congress gets a lot of the news for potential trades, acquisitions, and whatnot. So she gets a lot of insider info. Is what she's currently doing illegal and borderline extremely unethical on her behalf? Yes. But if you have an opportunity to mirror her gains, why wouldn't you take it? Especially when she placed $1 million on call contracts on companies like Temulus AI, and it went up 38%. And this was not due to any new news. It was just due to the fact that Nancy Pelosi invested in it, and her cult-like following, as well as myself, were able to copy her plays as well. There's even trackers to mirror her as well. So I do want to clarify, in my current portfolio, I'm using a non-taxable account, so I will not be paying capital gains taxes on my profits, and this isn't financial advice whatsoever, but if you're willing to take risks and have a strategy of copying proven winners, it's going to pay a lot more consistently than playing a game like roulette would for you. And I just want to say, copying these congressional figures as well as just keeping up to date with the market little by little. You don't need to be constantly watching it like a day trader, but just finding those big red days in general and investing on those discount days, as I like to call them, will do you a lot better in the long run. And sure, it's a slower speed than going to the casino and playing slots, but I think it'll have a lot more long term benefits than people realize because the power of compounding, and I'll throw in a graph right here, is immense. So it's better to start and plant the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, and the second best time is today. And I hope a lot of you guys, whether it's copying Pelosi's trades, just start, I guess, investing in general. In future, you will be happy you did. So thank you for your time. And if you guys have any more questions or even want videos on where I go more in depth on financial matters, please address them in the comments. And hey, if there's something you disagree with, I'd love to chat about it in the comments as well. Thank you guys for your time today, and adios amigos. Hey, I'm Fatty out.